Order. The Court of Science is now in session. Today, DNA stands accused of being fundamentally flawed. The prosecution argues that mutations within DNA cause inherited diseases and result in unnecessary human suffering. DNA, how do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honour. I acknowledge that mutations occur within me, but I reject the claim that this makes me fundamentally flawed.
Prosecutor, your opening statement.
Ladies and gentlemen, DNA calls itself the blueprint of life, yet around the world, children are born with inherited genetic disorders. In Australia alone, around 15,000 children are born each year with a genetic condition. Families are affected by cystic fibrosis, Huntington's disease, and sickle cell anemia. So if DNA provides the instructions for building every human body, shouldn't it be held responsible? Your Honour, the prosecution is correct that some mutations cause disease. However, that ignores my primary role. I store hereditary information using 4 chemical bases: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. Genes are sections of my sequence that code for proteins, which build, maintain, and repair the human body. Without DNA, life could not exist. Well, if you're so reliable, why do mutations happen at all? Each time a cell divides, over 3 billion DNA base pairs must be copied. DNA polymerase performs this task by matching complementary bases and proofreading the new strand, achieving a minimal error rate of about 1 mistake in 10 billion nucleotides copied. Rare copying errors still occur, creating permanent DNA changes called mutations. Beneficial mutations introduce new genetic variations, new versions of genes that did not previously exist in a population. If one of these variations improves an organism's ability to survive or reproduce, natural selection makes it more likely to be passed on to future generations. Without mutations creating new variations, natural selection would have nothing new to favour, and without this variation, there would be no adaptation or evolution. Well then explain this. If DNA is so remarkable, why have scientists invented technologies like CRISPR to edit it? CRISPR is not evidence that DNA is fundamentally flawed. It's evidence that science has learned to understand me. CRISPR-Cas9 uses a programmable guide RNA to locate a specific DNA sequence, while the Cas9 enzyme acts like molecular scissors, cutting only the targeted region. Scientists can then repair, remove, or replace disease-causing mutations with remarkable precision. The goal is to correct rare genetic errors while preserving the billions of nucleotides that function exactly as intended.
The court has carefully considered the evidence. The prosecution has demonstrated that mutations within DNA can contribute to disease and human suffering, while the defense has demonstrated that DNA faithfully stores hereditary information with extraordinary accuracy, and that mutations are an inevitable consequence of biology, not evidence that DNA is fundamentally defective. Therefore, this court finds DNA not guilty. DNA is not perfect, but perfection does not evolve, variation does. Court adjourned.